the edge up at net. See Venus kind of peeking up into the sky because that is the tough end to serve. Just after 1 o'clock. Emphatically gets on the scoreboard with a big backhand winner and a big swing volley to boot. 2-1 Serena, break.
Behind the clutch shooting of dopers.
Designated Drivers is a non-profit organization whose sole purpose is to reduce these statistics. We offer hope by providing a safe ride home for people and their cars. Saving a life takes just one kind act. To learn more about volunteering or contributing to the Designated Drivers program, call this number or visit our website. Supporting the community through education and action. Remember, the life you save may be someone you love.
Richard Williams has decided to watch the match courtside. And speaking of courtside, let's go back down to Patrick.
Well, Pam, apparently what Richard also told me was that he may have to come back because he has to take pictures. I said, well, okay. I said, there's plenty of photographers. They're all over the place. He says, yeah, but they asked me for money. He says, they think I have all this money. They asked me for money. He says, might have to come back and take pictures myself. I guess that's why he's here. Also said to watch for Venus potentially having a lower back problem as well. Could be a factor as this match goes on. Pam?
Thank you for that.
Patrick got a lot of good stuff. Venus has had injuries in the past, mainly with the knees and with the wrist. Had a miss here 1 year because she had tendonitis in both her left and her right wrist.
.30 love. Serena serving for 3-1. That's right. It was 2 years ago, and it was the 4 months prior to Venus letting loose with finally winning majors. Had those wrists problem. Serena Williams, really the only player she's struggling with in the top echelon is Venus Williams. Look, she's won the last 2 meetings against Capriati and Davenport, and the last 3 against Hingis. And right now, the way she's starting off, she might be able to win 1 in a row against her big sister. 3-1 first set.
And the top players hate seeing when Serena pops in on their section of the draw. She's probably the most intimidating player on the WTA. The other players would love for Serena to get her ranking up in the top 4 so they wouldn't have to meet her in a quarter.
30 left.
.30 love. Saw a couple of foot faults in the Dementcheva match. Not a good sign. It tends to mean something's a little off. Well, talk about off. That last second serve is really messy. First double fault for Venus coming into this match once again. She had 21 double faults. As usual, after the double fault, though, Venus recovers with a couple of big serves. Serena Williams, the younger of the 2, with an early break. She'll be serving for 4-2 when we come back.
Watch silver medalist Danny Cass at the ESPN Action Sports and Music Awards.
Second serve, she's only 1 for 3. As we mentioned coming into the match, Serena was at 60% success rate with the second serve, and that would be about the best in women's tennis. Very seldom do you see a percent higher than that going into a semifinal.
When Serena serves on, her whole game seems to fall into place. Her confidence level goes way up. Feels like she can relax and go for more shots. She becomes a very dangerous player.
Well, a big swing on that first serve from Serena, and it's now 40-love. We have seen Venus all week long miss time shots, lose sets, struggle.
A little late on that backhand. Trying to change the direction of the ball. It's so difficult when Venus is hitting her backhand cross court so hard and flat through the court.
You would expect Venus to return the second serve better of Venus's, since Venus sees it all the time, Serena's second serve. Very familiar with a high bounce of this second serve coming up here, and this is what throws players like Hingis off. Serena Williams keeps the break advantage, 4-2, first set.
Serena's looked very composed so far in this first set. Serena's the one who really wears her emotions on her sleeve more often, gets more upset. You can see her frustration, but so far, very cool, calm, and collected.
See Venus once again just testing out the location of the sun. They live about an hour and a half north of here, so they're used to these conditions. They have a couple of courts at their compound. They've actually now moved away from where they have spent most of the last 10 or so years. Still in the Palm Beach Gardens area, but left the old compound for their own digs.
Forceful return serve from Serena, putting the pressure on Venus. Another football is called on Venus. Sometimes her right foot goes right on that baseline.
She looks out of whack on serve right now. You know, she's looking up at the sun all the time, and you know, she's foot faulted a couple of times. She's tossed the ball up, caught it. It's not that unusual, but she seems to be doing even more in this match. A couple of break points for Serena to get a big cushion in this first set.
Serena talking to herself. I mean, she's going for it, though. I mean,
Sure.
can't really falter.
Kind of a lull in the action, though, because Venus, sort of her serve is so off right now, and Serena's missed a couple of returns. This game's kind of a real clunker. Still a break point. I'm telling you, it's amazing how her serve can look totally out of it, just awful. And then all of a sudden, on break point down 113 up the tee for their service winner.
That sometimes also happens with her game. She can make some horrendous mistakes.
Another one. You're watching live semifinal action. Venus Williams serving to younger sister Serena. 2-4 down. Now game point for 4-3. Mary Jo Fernandez, Pam Shriver, Patrick McEnroe courtside.
Beautiful lob from Serena. Waiting for the last minute to go for this topspin passing shot. Venus Williams was on top of the net. Great shot selection.
Hear the chair umpire saying advantage Serena, because certainly can't say advantage Williams. Remember at Wimbledon when they played, I think they were trying to figure out what to do with when it was advantage like that, whether they were going to say S. Williams or V. Williams.
At Wimbledon, of course, they're so much more proper with their English.
In Key Biscayne, it's just advantage Serena. More laid back here, funny enough, than the grounds of the All England Lawn Tennis Club.
Another great hold on the racket by Serena on this passing shot. She hits that little hack shot in the middle of the rally, draws Venus in, and then takes a little bit off the backhand, just rolls it and dips it cross court.
7 winners, 3 unforced errors for Serena. Another break point. That net forces the ball wide. Serena Williams up 5-2, and just a mile away, she could go to the beach.
Discover why Warsteiner is the best-selling German beer in the world. Because for true beer lovers, life is too short to drink cheap beer. Try a Warsteiner today.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Go! Go!
No. Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue. Man, that dude's awesome. Get Selsun Power.
Keeps you running. Achieve New Balance.
Serena Williams will be serving for the first set, and following tennis today at 4 Eastern, ESPN presents the LPGA Kraft Nabisco Championship as Annika Sorenstam looks to repeat in the first major of the LPGA season. Coverage begins at 4 Eastern and continues Friday at 4 and Saturday on ESPN2 at 4. We were just out that way, and Serena Williams decided not to defend her title that she had won in 2001 at Indian Wells. Of course, the big controversy last year when in this same round, semifinal, they were to face off in a live match on ESPN, and with about 2 minutes to go, Venus's knee acted up, and that caused all sorts of reactions from the crowd. Certainly the most controversial moment of this 4-year rivalry, if you can call it a rivalry, between sisters 15 months apart. Oh. 15 all. You can log on to ESPN.com because we have a poll question for you today. Who is the tougher opponent to face, Venus or Serena? Well, I know what I would say as far as like this tournament up till this second, who I'd pick.
It's a pretty tough one to answer, though. I played both of them towards the end of my career, and they were both so intimidating. They both are so fast, you can't get a ball by them. They hit the ball so hard, really don't give you a chance to breathe out there. By the end of the first set against both of them, I was just so fatigued.
So that's one of the reasons why you're much happier sitting beside me?
Much happier. Don't miss playing them at all.
Serena Williams now with a set point. She's only won a couple of sets from her big sister in competition like this. That was a tentative backhand.
First one we've seen from Serena, really did not accelerate through that ball. Shot spot shows the ball was clearly long from Serena.
She follows it up with a good wide serve. Venus misses the return in set point number 2. Serena Williams started this set well, and she finishes strongly with a 6-2 win. She's one set away from an upset and a rare big win over big sister.
There are many good reasons to get a home security system from ADT.
We're home.
Tournament really started to make her way towards the top. 1999 would also be the year that Serena Williams would be the first of the sisters to break through to win a major, and this match ended up in a third set.
It was the first time Serena had won a set from Venus, the third time they played, but the big occasion, it was their first big final. Serena, though, at the end got a little nervous, a little shaky on her ground strokes, and Venus just was mentally very, very strong. And you can see Serena always showing a lot more frustration on the court when she's faced her sister.
Not doing enough with the overhead, and you can't let Venus stay in a point like that. The year before, Venus Williams had defeated Anna Kournikova to win here for the first time, and of course last year Venus fought up 8 championship points, and you can see not the kind of emotion you usually see from the winner, because there are mixed emotions, but still a happy reunion after the match. And now Venus Williams serving first game, second set, 15 love, now 30 love.
How many times Venus and Serena have played not at a Grand Slam? First time this year. They played twice in 2001.
Of course, for a while, they were sort of avoiding playing in the same tournaments except for the majors. They played once at the Italian Open. It's kind of one of the results that gets lost. That was the second time they played, spring of '98. When they first played at the Australian Open in '98, it was actually in the second round. That was before Serena made her way through the rankings at all. And that was a real shock to see him that close in the draw.
Not doing enough with that second serve. Venus paying the price. Just sitting up, saying, hit me.
Sounds like a card game. Again, with a pattern of following up with a strong serve. 1-love, second set, Venus Williams. Friday, ESPN has exclusive coverage of the NCAA Women's Final Four from San Antonio. Robin Roberts hosts a Final Four special at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and then followed by the 2 semifinal games at 7 at 9. Oklahoma taking on Duke, followed by UConn and Tennessee. Boy, UConn and Tennessee, talk about a great rivalry in women's sports. It's tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN2.
This is an important time for both sisters, especially for Venus. Did not start off well at all in the first set. I'd love to send a message to Serena saying, I'm not out of this yet. I'm going to raise the level of my game right now.
That's the kind of hesitation that you don't usually see from Venus Williams.
Venus was in control at this point, could have attacked and come into the net. Had Serena on the defensive, but right there, as you said, Pam, hesitates and hits it late.
Patrick, you mentioned that Venus maybe was nursing a little bit of a sore back. Have you noticed anything during the change of ends or anything on the physical front?
No, Pam, I haven't. I'm amazed at just sort of the lack of energy from Venus in this match and just not being nearly consistent enough from the back of the court. But no, she's had no treatment. She hasn't even looked twice at anything physically that could be ailing her during the changeover.
40 love. Well, let's face it, she started off this event losing a first set to a qualifier. She's had trouble getting on track. 1-all, second set. Did not look good at all against Demencheva, and Demencheva had finished the day before 7-6 in the third, 16-14, and was clearly a bit tired during that quarterfinal match.
Many more unforced errors from Venus than Serena. 2 more coming when she is serving. There's another one. But coming into today's match on form, Serena the clear favorite.
But that has been the case in other matches and hasn't held true. U.S. Open, a lot of people felt Serena was playing better. At Wimbledon, when they played in the semifinals in 2000, Serena had an easy march through to the semifinal. You know, Patrick mentioned sort of the energy level of Venus not being where it should be. I also feel like the crowd is sort of a little confused. They just kind of watching a family affair out there, and they don't pick sides. They're just kind of neutral.
But the energy from Serena is very good. She's been very positive, very calm, just really taking her time between points and before she hits her shots. Not rushing nearly as much as she has in the previous times against Venus. Only 1.1 on the second serve today from Venus. And that is why. Too short. Serena all over it.
Yeah, you cannot win tennis matches if that's your second serve number unless you serve about 90% in, which you can forget that on a day like today. Break a serve. Serena Williams up 2-1 and a set.
Well, I'd stop for a quick bite. How you doing back here?
Let's see. No air conditioning, no stereo, no adjustable lumbar support. You tell me.
That's why I brought you this.
A Gateway notebook? With a DVD player?
Yep, but I put your favorite movie in.
True Grit?
You know it.
Take your time, cowboy.
He's sung in the shower for decades.
Oh, so
And now that he's won the Super Lotto Plus jackpot, he's recorded an album. Howard Sings the Classics, a 17-CD set of your favorite recordings, all sung by Super Lotto Plus winner Howard Bowman. Oh, Susanna, Funiculi, Funicula, and more. If you like music, even a little, you're going to love Howard Bowman. Super Lotto Plus, it's your dream. Play it.
Right now at your Yamaha dealer. Every motorcycle, every ATV can be yours for only $49 per month at 3.99 APR. Plus, get up to $750 in free accessories on select models. Get the Yamaha you want right now, because a deal this good won't last forever.
Get down to Fun Bike Center, owned and operated by the Roundy family for 29 years. Open 7 days a week.
Serena Williams has been waiting a long time to have her sister down a set and a break. She'll be serving for 3-1. The one win Serena had was in 1999 at the end of the year at the Grand Slam Cup.
Serena's played such a clean match. Only 5 unforced errors. And remember, Serena goes for a lot on her shots. We're used to seeing that number much higher. I don't know if you noticed, Pam, when she broke Venus's serve, she gave a little pump of the fist to herself, kind of turned to the side. Not trying to show too much emotion to her sister, but she definitely wants this badly.
30-15. What a great second serve, right on the line and well up the line.
First serve to get away from Venus. You know it has to be great. She had to let go and go to the one-handed shot.
40-15. First serve dominant for Serena. And that's why. And Venus Williams has not been able to get close to breaking serve. She's down 2-6, 1-3, and Venus has had trouble on serve, both first and second. Here are the locations of the first serve of Venus Williams. Her favorite one is usually out wide on the deuce court. You can see there's only 3 in that general direction, and none of them are up the line or close to the sideline. We saw that a little bit the other day in the first set against Dementьeva, but then midway through the match, she started to hit that serve.
And that serve is on. Venus picks up her game, gets a lot more confidence. And I'm surprised she's directing more to the backhand of Serena, because the few mistakes Serena has made on the return have come from her forehand.
Still only 1 of 14 points when the second serve has gone in. Has Venus Williams won the point? That is extraordinary to see. 7% success rate. You know, if this match keeps going the way it's going right now, obviously people are going to question Venus's effort and resolve out here. But, you know, you think about the semifinals of the Australian Open 15 months ago, 1-1. She lost to Hingis. And she occasionally goes out and just doesn't have it throughout a match. But, of course, you know, the skeptics and the cynics will be out regardless. Break point for Serena.
We have to hand it to Serena. I mean, she has not allowed Venus to do much out there. She has 13 winners, only 7 unforced errors.
16 unforced for Venus. Pressured again after a weak second serve, and Serena Williams is in a place where she's never been before. 6-2, 4-1.
What are you guys doing in there?
Egan. Don't miss the ESPN Action Sports and Music Awards, the best athletes and musicians of 2001. Live performances by Jay-Z, Red Hot Chili Peppers, other special guests hosted by Jay Moore. The second annual ESPN Action Sports and Music Awards, fueled by Mountain Dew. April 16th at 9 Eastern on ESPN.
Give it back! Quit!
Is there a problem, Davy?
Well, Dad, there was only one dew left. Tommy said it was his. I said it was mine, and we began to fight, and it was wrong. We're sorry.
Boys, why don't you give me the Mountain Dew? Now let that be a lesson to you.
What just happened here? We got hosed, Tommy. We got hosed.
Oh, Davy.
This is when Venus just lost the last game. Listen to what the crowd reaction is. You can hear some whistles and boos. Of course, we heard even louder boos and whistles at Indian Wells a little over a year ago when Serena took to the court in the finals after the default from Venus. In the semifinals, and Patrick, how wicked was that from down courtside?
Well, it wasn't pretty, and I could see obviously Venus walk into the changeover right as it was happening, and she didn't really change her expression at all, but there's no doubt that she heard it loud and clear. And that's the type of point she played that last point that I thought she would start doing more of, trying to put a little more cover on the ball, a little more spin, try to make the rallies longer. She's just continuing to make errors.
Chance possibly to break serve for the first time, and one of the reasons why she has not been able to break, as you can see, Serena's differential is +5, more winners than errors, but Venus an ugly -11.
The fans are just waiting for these two to play well at the same time against each other, and it's with their game styles. I mean, they both go for a lot. They're so quick. I think that's going to be so difficult in the future, and thus far, I mean, Serena's played a great match, but yes, Venus has not looked like herself.
Triple break point, the first one of the match for Venus. Erases one in a hurry.
Make that two in a hurry. Terrific placement on the 112-mile-an-hour first serve.
One more break point. Venus Williams earns the break of serve. Still a long way to go to get back into the semifinal. She still trails 2-6, 2-4. Perhaps those boos and whistles kind of shook Venus up a little.
Well, it's going to be difficult for Serena to close this match out. She's never beaten Venus in a WTA Tour event.
And through the years, let's face it, we've seen Serena struggle to close out matches. Whether it was against Hingis down at the Australian Open last year or Testude one time down there, she had match points and lost.
Against Jennifer Capriati at Wimbledon, served for the match. She's had trouble with her nerves at the end of matches, and I really think had a breakthrough when she beat Jennifer at the Canadian Open.
Venus goes for a winner on the backhand side and misses it. And the winners from the racket of Venus Williams have been very few, only 2. Look at those numbers of Serena. Pretty good looking. And after the break of serve for the first time, immediately Venus down triple break point. Serena one game away from a win.
Serena leads 5 wins